I absolutely had to have these. Today we're looking at the De La Soul Nike SB Dunks. What's up guys, BJ Kicks here. Welcome back to my channel Kicks on Kicks, where I review sneakers. Today we're looking at a sneaker that I've wanted since I was like 14. And this isn't the exact sneaker, but it's close enough. This is the 2015 De La Soul Nike SB Dunk Low Pro. And man, I'm just excited. I'm excited that I have these. I don't have a lot to say about them except that they're dope. They're super dope. So we're going to take a look at the shoes. We're going to take a look at the packaging. I'll give you some legit checking details you can look out for so that you don't get got out here on the open market. But before I do any of that, huge thanks to the homies that sent this pair over for review. If you know, you know. And if you don't, check the description. Now, this is the Nike Dunk Low Pro De La Soul. De La Soul being a classic, super iconic hip hop group from New York, from the early 90s, right? If you've ever heard of the, of course, I want to say the Jungle Brothers. The Jungle Brothers is the name of the movement, the Native Tongue movement, right? Groups like the Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, Moni Love, Queen Latifah, A Tribe Called Quest, possibly, most notably. De La Soul is kind of one of the architects of that movement. And pretty much any underground rap act that you've ever been a fan of is pretty much descendant of the De La Soul sound. Now, De La Soul, their original catalog was on Tommy Boy Records, and for a very, very long time wasn't even available for streaming. Now, you can stream pretty much everything De La ever made on iTunes, Spotify, and so on, with a couple of tweaks. And most notably, there's a remix that's just hanging out there. But it's just fitting that around the same time all this music was released, R.I.P. Dave, who unfortunately passed away just a couple weeks before that release. But these sneakers from 2015 just kind of surfaced on the underground market again. Now, the original Nike De La Soul SB collection actually was from 2005. And there was a high top sneaker and a low top sneaker. This colorway, this pattern, was actually originally on the high top sneaker, and the low top was just basically a plain white SB Dunk with this sort of De La album cover print, basically on the vamps right here on the back, as well as up here on the front. Everything else was white. So yeah, man, these shoes celebrate the 3 Feet High and Rising album cover. And let's go ahead and just talk about details. You already know from the bottom up, this is your standard Nike SB Dunk outsole. Looks similar to a regular Dunk outsole or a Jordan 1 outsole if you've ever seen one. There are slight differences, like this pattern, this traction pattern, a lot more defined right here. And you even got like some teeth kind of here. So definitely actually a different outsole. But you see that Nike SB counter or a little insert right there. Very cool. The outsole for Nike SB is actually in 2 pieces. The green part being 1 piece. The rest of that brown being another. Now, moving up to the midsole. This is where it starts to look more like a traditional Nike Dunk. We've got a green midsole. So crazy. So awesome. And then let's talk about the uppers, because the uppers are so unique. So of course, these shoes were designed in partnership with De La Soul way back in 2004, 2005. So let's see, the most De La Soul feature we can see here. Let's talk about the back. This is basically sort of a mashup from the 3 Feet High and Rising album cover. 3 Feet High and Rising being De La's debut album. Coming out of that, we've got that. It's basically on top of like this super soft, velvety brown suede. Like, it's just awesome. It's awesome. Look at that. You see that movement on there? Like, you don't get quality like that on really any Nikes here recently. But anyway, Nice lime green swoosh here. And of course, all around the vamps of the shoe and the mudguard, we've got a green colored elephant print. And man, this is the feature that when I was like all on NikeTrade.com and stuff in 2004, 2005, whenever I saw the high top version of this shoe, I was like, yo, I didn't know anything about De La Soul back then. I just knew this green elephant print reminded me of like a turtle shell. And this whole shoe just gave me Ninja Turtles vibes. And I just loved it for that reason. Had no idea what this pattern on the back was about, but the front of the shoe is what really sold it for me. Anyway, on the lace bed, of course, we got these nice lime green Nike SB laces. No, they don't come tied. I wore these already, and that's why they are laced up. And then you got a brown Nike SB tongue here, and then green on the Nike SB branding. Inside the shoe, got that nice Nike SB insole and that lime green as well. The zoom air indicators. SB dunks have a little bit more padding than your standard Nike dunk. So right here around the ankle, you can actually see more padding. On the tongue is actually like really thick and padded as well. I actually went a half size up on this shoe only because my true size 9 wasn't available. And because of all the extra padding, these still pretty much fit. There's a little bit more room in the toe box than I would like, but it's a half size up. So anyway, that's the shoe. Let's take a look at the packaging real quick. Gosh, man, remember when Nike SBs came in this sort of Tiffany blue box? Anyway, two-tone box there, Nike SB. On the outside, Nike Dunk Low Premium DLS SB QS. Those don't feel like those should be all the letters on here. But anyway, Safari, Altitude Green, and Baroque Brown Jedi. Wow. I don't know. Don't ask me what the original colorway on this should have been. But like I said, got these in the size 9.5 US, which is not my true size. So if you find a size 9 out there, let me know. But that's the shoe. Now let's talk about some legit checking indicators. This shoe last released in 2015. If you see a pair that's like just straight up brand new, it's probably not legit. But a few things you can look out for that I noticed on this shoe. Kind of see some pen marks around the toe box deep in that velvet, so you can't see it from afar, but it is there. Also around the swoosh, those same sort of pen marks. Other than that, it's a Nike SB dunk, and you know, the quality on dunks generally isn't all that great. So legit checking a pair of SB dunks isn't always super easy without having another pair side by side. So like I said, look out for those pen or pencil marks because they're kind of, now that I'm looking for them, they're like all over this shoe and they're easy to notice in that brown sort of velvety suede. Other than that, you're going to want to look out for like the general shape of the shoe. Things like that tend to be off. And other than that, man, you're hard pressed to find a difference between this and a retail shoe. Like I said, without having them side by side. Typically side by side, you'll start to see slight differences in like the color tint or even like the size of the word Nike right here. All those are things that I can't see with the naked eye. But if you gave me a retail shoe, we might be able to point out some differences on this elephant print, maybe even production dates and stuff like that. So not a whole lot to look out for. So, you know, shout out to those who made this one possible. So I got really nothing else to say about the shoe. Like I said, I got these a half size up. I'm kind of mad at that because I really want them in my true size, but they still fit. So, you know, oh, extras. This pair of brown ovally SB laces. Other than that, man, that's the shoe. I've done enough talking, so I'm going to go ahead and leave y'all, but I'll see you in another review real soon. Till then, it's me, myself, and I. Peace.